Hey there, my name is Kelly and I'm a budgeting coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can plan your week so that it is a lot less expensive. So most money stress doesn't come from huge emergencies as much as just an unplanned life. Unplanned days, unplanned weeks, months, and even years. So I'm going to take you through my process that I do weekly to plan out the week to reduce money frivolities and expenses where I don't need to spend that money. So let me start with this. Very first step is I start with the big picture, and I use a paper calendar. I'm old school. If you want to use a digital, have at it. But for me, I use a full month calendar. So that's how I start out my month. Anytime I get an appointment that I have, I go ahead and I enter it on that monthly calendar. So if I have something come up 2 weeks from now, I go ahead and just put it down and I don't worry about it anymore. Then on the Sunday before the week begins, I sit down for about 30 minutes and I look through my calendar and I figure out what's going on that week. So that 30 minutes is extremely important. It will save you so many hours, plus a lot of money throughout the week. So you want to sit down, you want to spend a little bit of time working every one time a week to get this decided what you're going to do around your weekly plans. The very first thing that I plan is I transfer everything from my monthly calendar to my weekly. So now I have a weekly, I have that where I have Monday through Sunday in more detail. So now I take the appointments from the month for that week and I transfer them over to my weekly calendar. That's the very first thing that I do. After I'm done with that, I can look a bird's eye view of what's going on this week. Is it a normal week? Is it a special week? Is it a week that's going to have a lot of things going on that aren't normal? And so I have a really good idea of what the week is going to look like. The next thing I decide is I decide a meal for every day of the week. And I happen to just write it above the day. That's just where I write it down. Just a simple little thing of what I'm going to make for that night's meal. And so nothing fancy, I just decide ahead of time. I want to make sure that we have everything we need. And then also, if it's going to be something that I need meat out for the next day, then I put a note out the day before to get that meat out so it's thawed and ready to cook. And so this alone saves you a ton of last minute stress and spending. The next thing that I do is I match my meals with my schedule. So you want to look at your schedule and see what you have going on. If you have really busy nights coming up, church nights, kids events, meetings, ladies meetings, whatever's going on around that, you want to make a plan to have easy meals on that night. That's not the night to have a roast and baked potatoes, or mashed potatoes. So you want to have maybe something like leftovers, a crock pot meal, frozen meals, but planning meals ahead, looking at your schedule is where the week begins to fall apart if you don't do that. You can't just randomly go through, Monday I'm going to have hamburgers. Well, Monday might be a really busy day for you. The next thing that I do is I plan all errands and purchases. And if you've been around me at all, I am way not about perfection. So I'm about consistency. That means consistently doing it even if I miss a day or two. But I consistently come back to it. So don't in any way hold me to this and feel like this is forever. This is the way I do things. This is how I try to plan things out. So I plan errands and purchases. Unplanned errands lead to unplanned expenses and spending every time. You're out, you got to go get a Coke, you got to go get cheese fries, something to sustain you. And so what I do by planning these errands out is I don't have to stop at the store on the busiest night of the week. I combine errands while I'm out, and I get them all done at once. A real life example of this would be, and I've just recently started this in the last few months, but it's awesome. I go to the gym in the morning. As soon as I'm done at the gym, I go over and I get gas. While I'm gassing up, I clean the van out. As soon as I'm done with that, I pull just around the corner and go get my Walmart pickup order. Get home, put all the groceries away, and gas and groceries are out of the way early in the morning. So just an example of something you might have to stop or run and make special trips for is all eliminated by planning ahead to get those things done. All right. The last step is you want to have a busy night backup plan, okay? Nights come up with things go sideways. Things don't go as planned. You have a flat tire. Somebody has to stay late for work. A kid is sick. Whatever the case may be, you may not get your meal cooked like you thought you were going to. So just have a backup plan. My backup plan is always grilled cheese. So I have cheese and bread in the house almost always. And so that's generally my backup plan. My daughter's is quesadillas. Her husband said, whenever there's not something to eat, let's have quesadillas. So have something that you can always turn to. Sometimes people do frozen pizza, hot dogs, scrambled eggs is another one that I use. And so you'll always keep these ingredients on hand. No extra store trips, no extra gas, no extra spending. It's not fancy, it's just prepared and it's ready. So all right, one last thing. I already told you that was my last thing, but it wasn't. Sorry, I lied. Step 6, think about social spending. Throughout the week, you want to look at your social life and see, do you have lunch dates, coffee, family commitments, kids activities? And you want to pre-decide at the beginning of the week, which of these things are you going to spend money on and which ones are you not going to spend money on. And so it's already decided, so there's no guilt or pressure there if you already have it decided. So none of this is about being perfect. You probably will see me sometimes standing out in the rain getting gas or run into the store for celery. So please don't hold me to this like this is I'm perfect up here. It's just what I aim for, and it absolutely makes such a difference. Deciding in advance instead of deciding under pressure. All right, I hope this was helpful to you, and get that 30-minute scheduled, sometime that works for you. It might be while you're waiting for your kids, picking them up at school. It might be during nap time. Whatever works for you, do it. And we'll see you next week.